Artificial intelligence has come to very good places in image processing. It offers a tool to change the expressions on the people's faces with artificial intelligence. With this neural filter feature, we can increase or decrease the happiness, surprise and anger on faces by using simple scrolling options. In addition to this, we can further improve photography with aging and rejuvenation techniques. In this video, I'll try to show how the neural filter is used and how facial expressions are changed. There is just one thing we should be careful about. In order to use these features, Photoshop version 22 must be installed. Let's open Photoshop and then open the photo we want to change facial expressions. I'll make these arrangements on the Leonardo DiCaprio photo I found on the internet. When I transfer the photo here as a JPEG, the layer will come as background. Using the Ctrl+J key combination, I first duplicated this layer, because when needed, I should be able to access the original photo. While the new layer we created is selected, we select the Neural Filters option under the Filter section in the menu above. When we select it, the right side panel will change and a screen like this will open. In this Neural Filters panel, I click on this little icon on the left, and so I come to the part I'm going to use to change facial expressions. The Smart Portrait part. Right next to it, you will see an on-off toggle. When I click on it, these options on the right will open. If these options are not opening for you, you may see a download button similar to this one. You may need to download the Smart Portrait here by clicking on it. I can say that Smart Portrait gives very nice effects. I'm going to shrink the right panel to widen the image a bit. And let's make sure that only the parts we need to show up. When we activate the Smart Portrait section, it will automatically recognize the face here. Therefore, the automatic recognition of the face here is an indicator of artificial intelligence. Now let's come to the main topic of our tutorial, changing facial expressions. Of course, there are several options here. By trial and error, you can apply them in your own work. I'm just going to try to show you what works. For example, there is the Be Happy part. I'm swiping it to the left first to try it, and we see that the Be Happy part is activated here because we have moved the slider. Here we reduce the level of happiness a little bit. As a result of the changes made, many details will be calculated, so you may not see any change instantly. According to the speed of your computer, the amount of change this process will increase or decrease. As you can see, when I lower the happiness rate, I get such a facial expression. How was it? It was like this. It was already a smiling photo. Let's see what the result will be when I move it a little bit more towards being happy. A little more to the right. When we increase the level of happiness, his mouth, which was actually closed, opened a little and inserted a section of the teeth inside himself. When we get a little closer, that's fine. Let's scroll all the way to the end. According to a photo, with the mouth closed and no teeth visible, it looks pretty good. Now I'm closing the Be Happy part and coming to the surprise part. I'm moving the surprise part to the far left. Let's see what the result will be. You can see the result here. Now I slide it to the right and again the chin is down. The mouth is in a surprised position. The eyebrows are slightly raised. Let's cancel and check again. That's the surprising part. And another option as a facial expression is the anger option. We can also look at the results by increasing or decreasing it. I'm decreasing and increasing right now. And you can also use them in combination. For example, let's maximize the whole. Since there is both surprise and laughter, there is some elongation in the teeth here. Let's cut down on the laughter. Of course, when we use all these expressions at the same time, the visual can also get interesting. Now let's close them and go on. Subject is the parts related to the face. More features that we can change in terms of the general appearance of the face, not expressions. For example, facial age. When I swipe these to the left, you will see the person getting younger, and if I swipe to the right, you can see that the image here is getting older. Of course, we can use the facial expressions we just created together with the ones here. Let's smile again here. Yes, we have just seen Leonardo DiCaprio turn into a cute grandpa. Now, let's close the facial age part. As you can see, this is how old age and youth are. When I increase gaze, pay attention to the eyeballs. It will shift your pupils. It won't look like he is looking straight into the camera. When we slide it towards to the left side, it will be set to face towards the left of the camera. Let's close the gaze part. There is a phrase called hair thickness. Let's see how it will affect the hair. I mark the thickness of the hair and pull it to the left, where I think the hair strands will be thinner. And let's pull it to the right. Here, we can think of it as hair density rather than hair thickness. I think it works pretty well. Although it has made changes in some places, I can say that the image itself is in a consistency that makes you forget the original when you look at it for a few seconds. We can think of the head direction option as the head direction. Right now, the head direction is just for us, right for the camera, and we can change that head direction. We can make it look like it has turned its head a little to the left, as if it has turned itself a little to the right, or vice versa. We can make it look like it's turned the other way. While this option sometimes produces strange results, it works fine on both sides of images directly opposite. The light direction part is the direction the light comes from. I activate it immediately and swipe left first. It means the light is coming from the left. As you can see, it's coming from the left and shadows have formed on the right. Now I'm going to swipe to the right, and this time the light is coming from the right. Shadows appeared on the left. The original was like this. So if you look at the glare over there, and if you look at the flash in his eye, he's looking straight ahead. Now let's use them all together. Let's get the most ridiculous image together. If it happens in a way you like and you want to save it that way, you can review the options in the output section below. Here there is an option to save this image as a new layer. It will save it directly to a new layer without the need for the Ctrl+J key combination we just performed. Here I select new layer and click the OK button. As you can see, it just saved a part of the face on a new layer. When I remove the visibility of this face by clicking the eye icon on the left, we will see the original image, and when I make it visible again, we will see the edit we made. Yes, in this tutorial we learned how to change facial expressions in a portrait photo by using the possibilities of artificial intelligence in Photoshop. Along with a few additional features, we touched on a smart portrait feature among the neural filters option. That's it for this video. I hope it was useful. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.